What's up, family? I got something to break to you, man. Money is God. Wait, my bad. Money is your God. Money is your God. What do I mean by that? Throughout your whole life, what has been the purpose of your existence? What most people do, 99.9% of people, they wake up, when they're born, they wake up, they're taught words and language and shit like that. And then they're immediately sent off to school. And what's the purpose of school? At least they tell you. Teach you math, English, science, all this stupid shit. So you can go to college, right? You can spend 13 years of your life in normal school. And then you spend 4 years in college. And then you go get a job. And what's the point of getting a job? Money. Therefore, money is the one thing that you're looking for in your life. That's what they tell you. They tell you that. And what do you have on the dollar bill? You got slave masters. Flip it around, you got the all-seeing eye. Now, I don't know much about Illuminati and that shit, but the all-seeing eye, an eye that sees you, that watches you everywhere you go, man, sounds kind of like God, you know what I'm saying? That sounds like God. Now, it's kind of tough because in this world, you have to have money to be truly free. If I don't have any money in my pocket, I won't be able to pay my rent. I won't be able to get a house. I won't be able to buy food. It's tough because you got to discern between wanting money, needing money, and worshiping money. Most people worship money. Anyone who goes to college and doesn't really want to do something specific with their life, they're just in it for the money. Like, you see all those people that say, I want to be an engineer. And then you ask, what does an engineer do? You're like, I don't know. They make a lot of money though. So what you're saying there is you're going to trade your life's purpose and your physical happiness to do a job that you don't even know what it does, so that you can make money. You can make high amounts of money. That's what matters to you, huh? Money? Money matters to you more than anything else in this world. Money is the one thing that can bring you happiness. That sounds like a substitute for God, you know what I'm saying? It's confusing to me, man. Because my family thinks this way. My family is always telling me about shit I need to do with my life. The stuff that I need to do. I gotta focus on only going to my job. I work a job right now. I'm getting paid for that thing. And they talk like the only way to progress in my life is to get more money. Find a way to get more rich. I've realized that if the universe wants me to get rich, I will. And at the time I want to get rich, when I learn all I need to know, that's when I'll get rich. If I'm supposed to. If I go out, let's say I try to make a lot of money. Like, I can get a job anywhere. I can get a job at any fast food restaurant, any minimum wage job. I'm not going to make that much money. I won't even make enough to cover, like, rent on my own in most places. I wouldn't be able to. And the only way to make large amounts of money is to reach a large amount of people. And if you're not working on the vibration with the universe, it's going to be very, very difficult to reach all those people. It's going to be almost impossible to reach millions and millions of people to get really rich. That's why most of the people who are really rich are very, very confident, very, very happy with their lives. Now, the people who are real rich, like the 1%, they learned how to manipulate things behind the scenes. They've reached you. They've reached people in a way that uses their carnal desires against them. For example, I'm holding a phone right now. And you got Instagram, TikTok, all this shit. All the social media, all it does is distract you from your purpose. Now, who made these apps? And who has advertised on pretty much everything? You see the 1%, the corporations, the brands, shit like that. It's like suggestive programming. If you go out and you're thinking, I want to eat fast food, or I want to get something to eat, what do most people think? They think something like McDonald's, Taco Bell, or I'm going to go down to the grocery store and get some fucking donuts. Something like that. That's programming, bro. McDonald's processes all their food. Every bit of it. Every bit of McDonald's food is processed with bullshit ingredients. Man, McDonald's processes all their food, man. Every bit of it. And they allure you with the trap that it's cheaper. Actually, now it's not even that cheap, bro. I remember when I was younger, McDonald's, I could get a double cheeseburger for $1. Now all their food is expensive as hell. They lured us in. They're like, we'll make it cheap for you so you guys get attached to these brands. But each generation, make sure they remember it. Each generation's buying from it. And then they can raise the prices and make more money off you. It's all a game to make money. The 1%, their God is money. Actually, no. Their God is power. But they use money. And they make money our God. They make money the God of the average person. The average person in this 3D matrix. Money is God to you. Well, I got a question. All these rappers and celebrities, all these people who always seem to be going through crazy shit, negative shit, fucked up things like breakups, court cases, domestic violence, all this stuff. Fucking getting murdered, getting shot, shooting other people. What has money done for them? What has their God told them? Nothing. Their God taught them the exact opposite of what they needed to know. Most rappers are wearing those gold chains. They're wearing expensive ass jewelry, gold chains, all this stuff to flex and act like a god themselves. They want you to look up to them. Because if you look up to them, you're going to pay more attention to them. You're going to buy some other shit that's making more money. That's all the point is. They don't give a shit about you. And it's ironic because these rappers, they wear their gold chains. Their gold chains are worth fucking 10K, 5K, whatever it is. And they're signed to labels. It was run by a white man with billions who control their bank account, control their life, tell them who to be, style them up, and make money off them. And say, yeah, I made $300 million off you. You can have $1 million. I'll give you $1 million. I'll give you 0.033% of what I made. You can have that. I'll give that to you. And then the rappers wear these gold chains. And they don't see that it doesn't matter if it's gold. It's a chain. You're still a slave. That's why they put these on you. You are still a slave to, guess what? Gold. You're a slave to the money. You don't give a shit about your God. You don't care. That's why the rappers who are conscious, they don't wear this type of shit. They don't make songs that are just poppy and catchy and shit like that. They're typically a lot more happy and they last a lot longer than the rappers who make a bunch of money, or they rise, make a pop song, make a lot of money, fall off, lose all the money. The rappers who don't do that shit make a lot more, they last a lot longer. And over time they do make a lot more money because they control their production. They control most of that stuff. Like, for example, J. Cole. J. Cole makes every one of his beats. At least I think. I think I read that somewhere. He makes all of his beats. You know how much money he made? I don't know how much money he made, but I guarantee it's a lot more than fucking YNW Melly. And he touched a lot more people than YNW Melly. You know? J. Cole has enough money to where his God isn't money. J. Cole's God is his message. J. Cole's God is himself. J. Cole's God is the world around him, the people. That's his God. He tries to embrace his God and spread happiness or awareness. You know, all that shit. That's why J. Cole typically has never really went through many legal troubles. He never really expressed all this stuff. It's because he already went through the troubles before he got famous. He went through all the struggle. J. Cole found his purpose. And now he has the time to reap the benefits. But, like he says, in my garage there ain't no rapper cars. Just some shit to get from back and forth. He knows how it's going. He knows what's going on. He knows how to be successful, but not through money. To be successful within yourself, because wealth in the mind is a lot more than wealth in the pocket. And funny enough, J. Cole has both now, but he developed the wealth in his pocket, or the wealth in his mind and his heart, and then the money in the pocket came to him. So that is a good example of how to see money as something you want to gain, something that gives you power in this world, but not your God. J. Cole's God was something else. J. Cole's God is what led him to this, to where he is, to the longevity he has, to be able to make a difference. When people were protesting, they asked J. Cole and Kendrick to speak. That's the reason. They have power. They have higher vibrations. And I don't know their extent. They could all be lying. They could be bullshitting. They could be another industry plant. We'll never know. I've never met either of them. You can never know. But from what I see, money is not their God. And a lot of you people will talk about Christianity. For all you Christians, first off, you got to realize that the people who killed Jesus, same people who are in power right now. The people in Rome killed Jesus, took his religion, and then painted him white. And that is your savior. Your savior is a white man from the Middle East. What are you talking about? A white man from the Middle East is your savior? How does he become white, bro? I don't understand that. Did he just bleach his skin? Did he have a skin disorder? No, they're trying to coerce you. Now, I believe that Jesus existed. I believe that he saw himself as the Son of God. But he was the Son of God because he believed what he believed. He was within himself. He wasn't the Messiah. He was a prophet. He was a higher dimensional being in a three-dimensional body. That's why he couldn't explain love the way he could. But you have to understand, the powers that be have been in power for a long time. And they pretty much take the spirit of Jesus, the truth that he had, the truth that he loved, the truth that he believed, the truth that he spreaded, and they're going to use it to make you fear. They tell you to fear God. You got to fear him. And he doesn't like when you put another God before him. He don't like that. What kind of God is that? To me, someone who is envious, someone who wants you to be scared. That sounds more like the devil to me. Truthfully, that sounds like the devil. You know, I see Jesus and Buddha as pretty much two sides of the same coin. They have the same message, they have the same idea. But the difference is the Buddha wasn't murdered. The Buddha wasn't stolen. His message was not stolen. Jesus' message was stolen and switched and changed and used to fit agendas. Their goal is to make you afraid. People who are afraid latch on to things, they get attached. And what they want you to be attached to is their almighty dollar. They want you to, with every day, they want you to look into the eyes of the slave master on the front and the all-seeing eye on the back. They want you to look at that. They want you to see the people who put you in this position. Otherwise, and you know those people who are still in power, the generation of people like, Thomas Jefferson, slave master. Why would he still be on? Why would he still be on money if they didn't agree with what he was doing? You would think that if people really want the best for you, if the government really is here to protect you, that they would get rid of the extremely negative influences on our mind. You would think that. They don't want that. They want you to be scared. They want you to make money your God. First off, that makes them more money. Second, that puts them in power. And third, that distracts you from your power. It distracts you from the person you can really become. You aren't the sum of your toys. You aren't the sum of your bank account. You aren't that number. You are a fucking higher dimensional being. People can't grasp this idea. People tend to have some type of self-importance, but they never understand the extent of their true power, of their true importance. They can never grasp their purpose. And that's the hardest thing about this journey. The people around you who've been with you your whole life, they're not going to wake up at the same time you are. And it's going to be near impossible to wake them up because they're just going to be skeptical. And I understand, because I was the biggest atheist. I was the biggest logical person. I was a big ass nerd. I was playing games all day. There's no way. Like back then I would see spiritual things and I would think those people are fucking crazy. So I understand why people see me the same way. You know? But in the end, everything that happens to you is guiding you toward a certain destination. And that's why I think I'm here on YouTube talking to you. Because I know you're awake. Or if you're not, hopefully you can look at me and try to understand. Try to believe. Try to make sense of what I'm saying. It's time for the people on top to be put down a peg. And we don't have to do it through violence. We don't got to do it through anything like that. We got to do it by waking up and doing what we want to do. I know you don't like going to work every day. I know you don't. And every day your body's telling you don't go, or I don't want to go. Maybe you should follow it. Maybe you should try something else. Maybe you should try to find within yourself the truth. Money is not God. You are God. I got nothing else. So, goodbye, family.